I don't know about you, Pat.
Hmm.
We have to get past the fact that we're live. I feel like our demeanor changes when, we're live.
Oh, a 12-view video.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's how they all start.
But if we have women, 50-view video.
Dude, for real. I forgot to check on the way here. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Lyrical Laughter Podcast. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Caleb. And today is opposite day.
I was like, I'm not going to fuck it up today.
Also known as Taco Tuesday.
Oh, is it really?
No. It's Taco Tuesday every Tuesday, baby. But I'm talking about opposite day.
I was just saying, Jay's Bar has it on the
Who
sign.
the fuck is Chase Bar?
Well, Jay owns the bar. It's
Oh.
a very bad time. Good time. It's bad if you have
Good
a
thing for the
problem.
limiters on these mics. I just farted on the top of that laughter. I can feel it, but nobody else will know. It was like,
That's why it's called Lyrical Laughter, because we talk about music. We talk about laughing.
we don't know.
Whatever goes. With our cup of Joe's, Andrew got some new cups today.
I washed them, Hannah. Don't worry.
Dude, it matches the,
The fucking, right?
nice.
Amazon, man.
I swear to God,
Amazonian
Bezos.
man.
Well, who's in charge of Amazon now? That Bezos. He sold it, like, actually, right? He's not owner.
I think he sold. If you
Or he
sell
has-
more than 51%, you're not owner, right? You're not
Yeah.
the guy, but I think he's still living pretty comfy, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That guy's
Especially
apparently
these-
going. I think he's been doing podcasts lately. We should have him on ours. You bald fuck. Dude.
Don't waste our opportunity there. Oh, I'm a bald fuck. Beep, beep. Yeah.
You. And then we'll dub it over. You amazing entrepreneur.
Manure.
Entrepreneur, because you're full of good
That word has
shit.
been used 2 episodes in a row now. So.
Entrepreneur?
Yep.
We said that last episode?
Yeah. We looked up famous people, and you're like, Andrew Lee is a Chinese entrepreneur in something in tech. And I was like, bro, my paycheck does not reflect that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was wondering what that was. I thought it was me.
What's
speaking
on
of
the
paychecks, I think it
docket?
was- On the docket? I'm supposed to get a raise in January. Be cool. Hopefully it's decent. Oh, dude.
I'm just kidding. That's supposed to happen. A raise?
Yeah, hopefully.
Just
I
sit on
don't.
my lap. I'll give you a raise.
Ooh.
That's what my old boss used to tell me. Now he doesn't work there.
Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Here's.
To fast Jeffy.
Thanks, Amazon.
Dude. Schmamazone.
Oh, Christmas is coming up. Would you ask for Christmas? Would you ask Santa?
Never.
You haven't?
Ever.
Does Hannah ask you, what do you
No.
want?
She just wings it and she kills it every
Are you
time.
serious?
I got that Ghost.
Must be fucking
Call of
nice.
Duty Ghost controller holder.
Must
she
be
just,
nice,
She just gets
though.
shit for this room, like my stuff. Anything guitars or music or
Well, I guess-
games and shit. And
That's
you know
what
she
7
gets?
years does, though.
Yeah. But you know what? You know what I always get every year? Never wrap gifts. She just gets them early because she asks for shit like, we need curtains and blinds. So I order.
Yeah.
She literally
Yeah,
helped
we
me
talked
put
about
them
this.
in my cart.
Yeah.
And then I hit order and she's like, well, they're going to be here before you get like on Saturday. It says Friday and Saturday is delivery this week. We're just going to open them and install them. And then she won't have a Christmas. But to her, she's like, yes.
Yeah. You're growing
Upgrades.
up.
Like home
She's growing.
upgrades.
She's getting that.
And I'm all, do I get a little stone? Mom! Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you shouldn't have.
Marlboro Blacks.
Whoa. Bah, bah.
I'll never know.
They'll never know.
Let's just subscribe and like and comment.
To
And if
the
you
Patron.
subscribe, and if we get viewers, look, we need the interactions, right? There's 33 people that watch this video, unless maybe half of them are Russian bot farms. I don't know.
That'd be sick, though.
But then
Good.
15 people need to like the video. At least like it. Make YouTube go, oh, this content was helpful. Put it in there. Because it's owned by Google now, and Google passed a new helpful content fucking thing. And if we're helping you laugh or make you not as depressed or more depressed, we're helping you some way.
We're doing something.
We're doing something. So
Always someone trying to cut weight or gain weight, you know?
I know
So
this
it
is only-
applies.
yeah. I know this is only episode 7, but shit, dude.
You say Russian bot farm, but I watched a video today, and I feel like I'm interrupting something. We just haven't even got
No,
started on
that was
anything,
an
but
end.
like There's a YouTuber I follow. He does like strictly PlayStation related shit, and he's like, oh, back in 2019, I posted a video. You may have seen it. It literally blew up on a somebody took and kept doing like clips and doing reels when it started getting more famous in 2020. You know, TikTok came into the scene, and somebody clipped
short
his
form content.
Yeah, they clipped his original video and made it in short form, and it was a PS4 Pro, looked just like that one, but see that top lid, that third layer,
Those are
that
sick
top
looking.
one. He modified it to where he split it open and put it on hinges.
Oh,
ripped
really?
the guts out and put a Foreman grill pad in it, and
he grilled it
and CNC'd like a fucking knob on it and put for the hot plate.
So is that working grill?
Yeah. And he literally filmed himself in like 2019 and was like, I'm going to make myself a steak. And he had like a friend over in his like really shitty apartment he had at the time. And now he's in his house. He's doing really good on YouTube. He's got like, he's pushing a mil, but at the time he only had like 200K like 4 years ago.
Followers?
Like, no, like followers. Yeah, followers on YouTube.
He was money?
Yeah. In 2019, when he made the video I'm talking about, he was still had a day job. You know, he had to like, he was only filming like twice a week.
And that's what Boost shot him up?
No, not that, but something else did, and now that he's able to do it, he has a gorgeous home. He's like, he filmed it in his newer kitchen now, and he did it again. But he goes, what I wanted to do was do a 2023 version, and here's why. And his buddy was filming him, which is never a thing. He's always doing it by himself. Buddy shows up and films or does something with him like once every 6 months. It's crazy.
It was a special occasion.
Yeah, his boy was like, all right, and that's why he's all shaking, and sometimes he's like, no, you're wobbling, dude. You're wobbling. He's all, oh, bad. And it's funny. He fucking took a video of his video. He goes, this is why I wanted to do an updated one. Look at this. Look at this random channel called whatever. And it's literally like 9 or 10 posts of the same video of them stealing his.
Yeah.
Where it'll show like, look at, there's a failed attempt, only 180 views. Here's a failed attempt at like 400 views. Here's a decent one, 194,000. Look at this one. Clicks on it, 2 or 3 million.
Of a copy
of his. He's like, so now we're going to redo it. And he puts the same apron on that he had 4 years prior, but riddled all over it, and now on that same PlayStation, sticker bombed is his @ symbol with his name on YouTube.
Oh, that's so smart.
He's like, try to copy this one, and he fucking does burgers this time, and I thought of that.
That's so smart.
Like a Russian bot farm tries to.
No, that's funny because that comes with the digital right thing.
Yeah. So now if everybody sees it, they're gonna like, yeah, that channel gets revenue, but they're gonna be like, well, what's all that? Why is there an @ symbol?
Oh yeah,
It's like
shouting himself out for those fucking copycats, which I don't give. Use your blinker. Not using your blinker and doing that is such a pet peeve of mine, but you can't stop it because it's not copyrighted. So you can do it. I see so many, you know how I'm talking about those reaction videos. I remember we were watching something and I was like, dude, it bugs the fuck out of me. We're like, check this video out. And then they'll be in the fucking corner and then you'll watch like a 2-minute video of someone else's content, but their face is just green screened in the corner because
I hate that shit.
They repost someone else's fucking shit. They have like millions of views on it, which I get. Cool. If you can get away with it, they're getting paid for it. So sure, but
the whole reaction thing is so dumb.
Like if you're a broke mom, like Gary's mom, I think has done something like that. She's like, or they don't say anything, and she's like, and then she'll zoom herself out and be in the corner of the video, sharing someone else's content, reposting it on her page, and then she gets the views for it. You know what I mean?
Going like, oh, I agree with this.
Yeah, I agree.
And then here's my
With
video.
Fucking
yeah, it's so silly, dude. It's like, but what he
Where do
did
you
though
stand
was,
with that?
that pisses me off.
Is it stealing content, and then that
literally
person's
is.
getting paid to sit there and repost the content, but because they're reacting to it,
your video gets in the algorithm.
But there's a difference between reaction videos and then straight up reposting someone's content, or people will mirror the image and then like do like a color filter on it.
Yeah,
to change the color, and then they'll mirror it so it doesn't look original.
That sounds like something that would happen.
Oh, that's such a pet peeve of mine. But then that's like what Mr. Beast said too. If you see a lot of Mr. Beast, and then they'll put the GTA fucking, you know,
the GTA custom tracks, or no, like the misleading ads.
But Mr. Beast said,
seen that one?
Go ahead and do that.
If it shows like somebody heating up a spoon, they're about to like melt something, and it looks pleasing, and then it cuts to like a snow plowing app.
Yeah,
I'm like, you motherfucker! I report those. I will report you
because they get you the watch time in to profit, and then
the watch time in, they get enough just in, and then they fucking flip it to something that's not that. And there's tons of angry reacts, dude. It's not just me. And even today, this is not even on topic, but just shit that I don't like seeing. If I fucking think it's pointless or something, I'll report it. I'm petty nowadays.
I am too.
Just this morning, I got to work and I lit up Facebook because I was just having my coffee, my oatmeal. Nobody's watching. I don't work for like the first 20 minutes at work, maybe in 30 minutes. Max I've ever done is like an hour. I'll just sit there until like 8 o'clock on my phone. I won't even log into my computer yet. And fucking, there was just a video. It was like called like the HPC. It was like the hydraulic press channel. And this dude just like crushes shit. Usually it's pretty amusing, right?
It's cool.
Well, I went to work and the first thing that popped up was suggested for you. And it was that channel crushing a fat model PS2.
Oh no.
Report.
You reported that?
Yeah, fuck you.
Why?
That's I fuck with that.
What about Mr. Beast grinding a Ferrari?
I don't care about Ferraris. I'll watch that.
But
if I fucked with Ferraris, I'd be like, "Well, you asshole!" Report.
Right.
That's how petty I'm talking about. Like if it's something that's close to me, you know what I mean?
Is it like freedom of speech? What is? Wait,
It's
well, what do
because
you
I
get?
can. It's because I can.
Do you get the satisfaction of reporting?
Just pressing OK. I don't care if anything happens to them.
Yeah, if
I don't have a
anything
goal in
happened,
mind. I don't care. But if I got like a
just 'cause you
notification, it was
could-
like you were the last straw. Your report shut them down. Congratulations. I'd be like,
But you public
somebody's
like
kids ain't eating now because he didn't smash a PS2. Like I don't think I don't care, right? What it's for. Don't put if there's a report like it's I got killed by a shotgun in Call of Duty. What a pussy! And you're like, it's in the game.
Dude, no, you're a pussy if you use a fucking shotgun.
I know, but I'm
You're a
allowed
pussy.
to. I paid for the game.
Oh, you use one?
Oh yeah, dude. Dragon's Breath AR platform. There's a new
boy.
dude. You got to buy a new COD, dude.
No,
There's an AR platform shotgun that has 30 rounds in it. It's just
yeah, that's ridiculous.
it's stupid. And then play on hardcore and you win the game.
No, it's just because, but then there's people just enjoying the game, and then but I'm so competitive. I'm like, this.
Yeah, well,
that's why we'll not buy
snipers, so
Yeah, mainly. That's why I won't buy 3, dude, because I'm too competitive. Like, it's just a game. I need to relax.
Mhm.
I just get mad at other games.
copyright motherfuckers though.
Yeah, that I don't know if I agree with. Well, I don't. That pisses me off.
But reporting a demolishing company for breaking something I care about, I'm like, look, it's
Dude, my heart hurt when he did crush that Ferrari, though.
yeah, like you were like, well, really? I'm like, well, would you have? How would you feel if you watched the hydraulic press channel just destroy like an R35?
Well, here's what Mr. Beast did at the end of the video. He's like, by the way, that Ferrari was totaled. Like, it didn't work at all, and they were gonna do it anyway.
You know who that message is for?
People
like me.
Yeah.
For
So
anybody
he
who
was
might
like-
be a Ferrari lover, it was fucked up anyway. The Progressive Insurance told me it was cool.
What if the PS2 was like ready to self-destruct anfinitely, or that had a bunch of CP on it anyway?
From Saudi Arabia, because people in America are a lot cooler, right? Definitely.
Like so. Oh yeah, fuck that thing, dude. Even I love.
That's funny you say that and that I say that because when those came out, dude, like there was talks about when they didn't launch in a certain country. Wherever Bin Laden was.
I thought
from,
that was
forget.
I thought you played music. It was like.
No. But yeah, they thought that those were getting shipments into other countries of like Iraq and shit. Those were banned like a couple months because they thought they were using them for C4s. Thought they were taking them, pulling the guts out, and acting like and repackaging.
Is that even
them.
possible?
Put a bomb in anything?
Oh, I thought you meant like the technology inside.
No,
of
they
it.
were gutting the hardware.
Oh,
If you open that, dude, there's ain't shit in there like there is nowadays.
I've never opened a. But you remember Connor and Travis?
Mm.
And Connor would take all his Xboxes and Travis. They were always like doing projects, but he like that those Xboxes.
Yeah. Yep.
He tried to start a little side business. I think some people went to him. He cut the plastic off the like that Xbox. I don't know, the side or the top, however you want to say. And we would put plexiglass on it and then line it with LEDs on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Make custom
Make it look like
cases.
a tower.
Yeah,
People like that shit with their PCs back then.
it looked really cool.
2005 to like 2010, before that Slim revision came out. I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember. You talking
That was
about the
pretty
faux
cool.
cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to their. Have you been to their house?
I remember in the
Beautiful
car.
house. We went together.
Yeah, with the
That's why. Yeah.
with Travis's fucking bong.
Yeah, and we
We were
were
like,
jumping on the
"Goodbye."
trampoline.
You remember that?
Goodbye.
Oh
was a
my
good time.
god, JJ the jet plane.
I was just gonna say JJ the jet plane. I remember that.
And Connor had a trampoline. He had multiple trampolines, and it was under a tree and he'd have a rope hanging from the tree, an 50-gallon drum,
Yeah.
a barrel hanging from the rope when we'd play dodge the barrel on the trampoline. We'd swing it around and just like try to dodge this fucking 50-gallon drum. That was fun. Or we'd get inside of it and he would swing us around. It's fun. Line up the trampolines to the pool. He had like 3 trampolines. We'd go boing, boing, boing. It was fun. Is that
like,
still okay?
In a 55-gallon. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just trying to wake up. Mac is the worst for
Wake up,
waking up. Wake up. Wake up, Mom.
I stopped myself from finishing that word.
Yeah, it's gone forever, so fuck it.
You can't kill me, Ed boy. I'm already dead, Ed.
Yeah.
There are many doors in life, Ed boy. You watch South Park? I want to get back into it. Yeah, I never really got into it, but whenever it's on, I watched it. It was pretty good. But the
I was just
Superverse,
bringing it up today.
I know the multiverse. They just come out with a new season. I don't know the multiverse thing.
Multiverse, like Marvel type shit.
No, they have a.
They have their own multiverse.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up so I can.
Oh, you talking about like where like another cartoon comes into their universe?
No, they're talking about. I'm just gonna look.
What's the
up.
multiverse? What would be recognizable?
I'm not sure. All I'm hearing about it is. Let me look this up so I get it right because I haven't seen anything. Oh, the Panderverse. So they're just making fun of woke people. This is Zems and fucking all that shit.
Okay, yeah.
They're getting really.
They're calling it the multiverse.
The Panderverse.
Oh, because everybody's. Oh, I learned. Yeah, pandering.
So
Bo Burnham can tell you all about that.
dude, that was funny. This season's about
What season are they on? Like 27?
32.
Wow.
I think that's. Wait, the 326th episode.
No, they started in 99, so they should be on what, season 24 if they only do it yearly?
Yeah, I read that incorrectly. It doesn't say what season. Joining the Pandaverse is 2023. This is a 5th. Oh, it's a special. Oh. Okay. That's cool. 4th grade, it says about Eric is transported to an alternate universe, which is populated entirely by racially diverse women, while his counterpart from the universe takes his place in his own universe. And at the same time, Randy Marsh cannot find a repairman to fix his oven door. But apparently they just get really into the woke status. Oh, yeah. Like forced wokeness.
Yeah.
They get really into that.
Are they suggesting that the world that we are living in, or?
Yeah, they're just making fun of like wokeness, you know?
It's a roundabout way of not just saying it's your own universe. Legality reasons.
Yeah.
Not legalities, but, hate crimes and shit.
Dude, okay.
They've dodged so many bullets.
Well, that's what someone was just talking about the other day. They're like, did anyone ever like actually go after them? Like try to I think they're the only people that get away with they can get away with it.
They sail the high tides on a houseboat on a fucking lake of fire, bro.
Well, if
they literally live in like 100-degree temps all day in terms of like, how close they can be to being fucking just burned.
Yeah.
24 years straight of just, are we good? And then he's like, yeah. All right.
Well, you're not watching it. If you watch South Park to get offended, like,
yeah, but you can apply.
You know what the fuck you're doing,
right? You can apply that to anything, though. There's people who are huge fans of comedians, and they still find one thing to walk out. We've seen it happen.
Yeah. But if you like you see a bunch of clips of like Tom Segura and his mom, like, oh, that's fun. I would like to go see him, and then he's like, in his new special, and he's like, you want me to jack you off, buddy, to his kid?
Right, yeah, I know. It's shit like that.
What is this?
Yeah, and it's like,
like, let me help you. Yours goes too.
To unsubscribe from somebody
I wanted to see Churro
in person is really cringy.
Yeah.
You're just like, I didn't really care for that. I'm not going to follow you on the internet, but if you ever see those like stand-ups, even in like local places, and you see somebody stand up and walk out of the bar, you couldn't just sit that one out, you little fucking baby.
Or if you're at a show and you buy tickets to it. It's like, do your own research. I research everything. I don't know. That's just my own intuition.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need to round this out before I invest any of my emotional state or time or effort into this person.
Sometimes
or
most of the time money too.
game
Everything's
for
money,
that
right?
fact.
So
Matter of
Yeah.
fact. Yeah. Games, TV
I
shows.
live and breathe that. If you haven't noticed in like the last 2 or 3 years, I slowed down on music and have just
As
been
in-
focusing on like game industry. I don't know. I'm so involved with that.
Yeah.
Meaning like because you're talking about like doing your research on shit.
Yeah.
Like the way you went into like, teaching yourself about crypto and other shit like that. I went straight into like, why does every game I buy suck?
You should get into crypto gaming, bro.
Is that a thing? A hybrid thing?
Yeah. No, it's been so dude, I will do hours of this. I will just think about it as in like,
Are you talking rabbit holes? You go down hours.
oh, dude, I could talk about this forever. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
But when it comes to crypto gaming, say Call of Duty, just for an example, Call of Duty, they have COD points.
Yeah.
What if that wasn't a tradable token online? Or the skins that you get to unlock? Just like CSGO skins. Exactly CSGO skins.
Yeah.
People are trading those for so much money because they're rare and valuable. But build that on a blockchain so it's permanently there. It can never be altered. Everything is on record. Like, it's basically burned. Oh, someone hacked us and we lost all of everyone's information or whatever. Would never be. It's just not ever going to happen. Yeah, there's arguments about it being hacked and blah blah blah. If you have the security, if anything, everything's written on the chain, so no one can have like a failed transaction and be like someone like everything's traceable, but not almost pseudonymously.
Mm-hmm.
But say you have CS:GO skins. It's built on a chain. And those would be like NFTs or something.
Basically, yeah.
You could trade those for whatever. And then it's deflationary asset. One for the rarity. And then two because
that's a
it's
whole
not
different
in
beast
US
than
dollars.
like Call of Duty bundles.
Yeah, but just
I can buy the
imagine
same
that.
bundle as you, but some people are buying these certain things that are like it's limited time and only you can get these.
Right. So imagine like
They're rare, yeah.
For example, there's an Apex Legends skin. Until they recently did the you could transfer your Xbox account to PC. So that was never the thing for a long time.
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, was it cross progression? So now, just finally, since like 2018, they're like, oh, yeah, you can, all your stuff on Xbox, you can cross progress that. So you can get your old skin. So there's this one skin. Like, people spend so much money on packs on that, but if they ever upgrade to a PC or a different platform, they won't have those. Now you can, which is cool, but like originally be like, what if you did that, but it's built on this blockchain, and that like the entire game's built on the blockchain, so you could take that, transfer it, like you could literally say this USB, go bloop, my skin's on this USB as a file that's encrypted and backed by the blockchain. And since everything's built on the same Web3 technology, you could transfer that over. Or you could plug it into like G2A or something and sell it on G2A. And then multiple games could be built on the say Call of Duty and Battlefield.
You're saying you bought it.
Right.
And then
I can literally take it away from the online and put it in my pocket. And no one else would ever have it because it's right here.
This is something we can do or can't do.
You can. With crypto gaming. If it's built on blockchain.
That sounds badass.
That
would be the way to get around ownership.
Progression, take it away, literally just remove it, but it's like encrypted on a device.
Like, so how does that work though?
The technology?
No, I get how the technology can work. That sounds like pretty basic.
Everything's
that sounds like some
verified
shit from
by a
2002,
block.
right? You know, that's how you'd play Halo back on those Xboxes. You put memory cards with your profile on the controller.
Basically.
You take your memory card and a controller to your friend's house, pop it in, and magic all your shit's right there.
Right.
But like everything you're saying right now sounds like it goes against everything that you're not supposed to be able to do to marketplaces.
It's in favor of like you own yours.
Good. No, that's what I literally was going to bring up about DRM is you don't own shit.
Yeah, you
like
own
you said. Oh, we lost
everything.
it. That sucks.
And it gives you the ability to because it's
like
deflationary.
My favorite thing about it is like maybe a new game comes out and you're like, I don't fuck with Counter-Strike now. Now I'm an Apex guy. Now you have all that money sitting in there with now you're not using your skins.
sell
You should be able to sell
trade
them or
for
trade them.
other, because say Apex and Counter-Strike are built on the same chain. You can go to the marketplace, exchange it for equivalent value of whatever the other game is. There's so many like variations of what you could do, but say this skin, it's coded on there. You could import that to an Apex and make that skin like Forza, however you have your car tuned, and then what's the PlayStation one?
Oh, Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Say you want that car imported. If it was built on the same, you just import it to that game. Something like that. Or you could trade it on the marketplace and get rid of it. Or if it was a super rare
I'm losing
thing.
you a bit. I get what you're saying. I really latched onto the idea of being able to sell your shit because I've talked to people where they were like, almost thought I was stupid for thinking that way. And they're like, well, that would hurt the industry because if you already bought it and then you're saying you could sell it to someone else, wouldn't that be robbing a sale from the place that distributed it in the first place? I'm like, yep. That's called e-commerce, buddy. That's called Walmart and GameStop and fucking everywhere else, little mom and pop stores.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play My God of War Ragnarok, if you ever get a PS5, you want to go out and buy it digitally and own it forever for $69.99, or you want to borrow my copy, get the experience, and then give it back.
Right.
Or I could sell it to you for $20.
Right.
You can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Like you're saying, you're telling me shit that I've always wanted to. I don't know if that even.
No, it's really something. But the mainstream media, which isn't so mainstream anymore, but it's a bad narrative on that. And there are, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very volatile market, and there are schemes involved. So you have to do your own research, because you're giving the power to the people.
Oh, dude, I've looked into like, how do I sell my digital assets? And everything pops up like, you can't, and we wish you could.
Right. No, you can, because it's not centralized. It kind of is, but it's not. Like, you own your property, which is when the NFT hype came about, it was such a big thing, and it was a good idea, and it's not just made for art. Because people were like making art, or fucking, there were a lot of schemes out there, like people creating something, minting like 100 of them, and then selling them, but because there's only 100 of them, and it's because it's from Logan Paul.
It now has some rare value.
Yeah, but there's a lot of dumb bullshit like that I don't understand. Or like people are like the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They were like, you get a picture of an ape that you can customize.
Yeah,
and people are like, well, can't I just screenshot it and have that? Yeah, but say you have the Mona Lisa, which I get. I didn't get into that art aspect. You can do so much with this technology by minting it in code on a block that is secure. But it's like, well, if you have a print of the Mona Lisa that's worth $0, or the original Mona Lisa that look identical, it's kind of like, think about it like that.
Yeah, right.
When it comes to art, basically.
Yeah.
But with that technology, you can do incredible. Like, I think El Salvador, like, write their law. Don't quote me on this, but they're writing laws into it, so they cannot go back on their word because it's backed in public eye. It's like a big giant database that is 100% secured in verified by block. It's, I don't know, you can get into it, but when it comes to gaming, it's really cool, the technology. But what I was saying is, like, there's no big developer working. There may be, but they're not publicly.
That would be
working in that technology.
That would honestly speed up the process of what we've been approaching.
Yeah.
Which my research has basically involved looking into who and when, and it's right now no one and never. And it fucking sucks because it's getting to the point where I've heard multiple people be like, okay, this sounds shitty because how trustworthy is our government ever? But we need somebody from somewhere that can come regulate like digital ownership, because it is literally theft. Right? It's literally like, they tell you not to like emulate. Nintendo will literally like try to take you to court if you steal their shit.
I have emulators.
They can right.
Yeah.
But they will take shit that you bought and delist it.
Oh yeah.
Which is theft.
Yeah.
I could show you a YouTube channel that'll tell you all about it, where that's where I got the reference, where the guy's like, yeah, so they could just take my shit away I paid for, If I went to Walmart and bought a game, you think Walmart CEO is gonna knock at my door? I'm like, let me get that back.
Right.
It won't happen. It won't ever happen. And then
Right.
you know what? People have told me when I say shit like that. Either people who go, "Oh, I fuck with you," that I agree with that, and then there's people that go like, "That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's fucking digital's way safer. You can't break it. You can't lose it, and your shit could break in a house fire or a flood." And I'm like, I know. I could go buy it at a resale price for half the price you can probably get it on Steam.
Sure.
And then no, if you
They're like repoing your car, but
Yes.
digitally. They're like, but it's not because of your payments.
And 99% of people aren't gonna have this problem, but there's also, I could say the same dumb shit to you. Be like, you could get literally like banned for no reason, which doesn't happen very often. But you could just one day wake up and be like, oh, why is my
Gary
shit
did
on Steam?
Yeah, Gary. No, on COD.
Yeah.
So many people report him and then they like ban him, but then they do the report and they're like, we didn't find anything, but he's banned for a couple days.
Yeah.
Like, what? Or dude, that's how our banking system works. If everyone went to go pull out money right now, they would be like, sorry, or they'll freeze your fucking account. That number is not. That's why people are going to crypto, because I can do the same thing I just explained, but with crypto. There's no, say I buy Bitcoin. I have a Bitcoin on here worth $40,000. I take it off the exchange. That's what you're supposed to do, because if it's on the exchange, they have it's not yours until it's in your account and everything. But they can freeze you or take it away or do anything. So you can literally remove physically onto this ledger, which is encrypted.
Ledger. Yeah, that's a good word.
So most of them, like, it looks like this too. It's funny. Say I have a Bitcoin or any crypto on here, it's literally removed out of there. There's in the block, it shows, oh, it got taken off of here, but everything's recorded. There's a wallet address, which is a super long, like, internet Wi-Fi password when you first get one. But as long as you don't do KYC, which is know your customer, where you fill out a form anytime you sign up for anything, you put your info in it, anything financially. There's decentralized where you don't have to do that, and that's why it's frowned upon, because people like Silk Road back in the day, there was the black market, and people were just buying drugs and guns and whatever off of it with no trace, because it wasn't going. They didn't have to put in their ID and verify with the government and blah blah blah. So yes, there's that part of it, but then
there's some sketchy shit that I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't get into any of that.
Yeah, like but if you have regulation, which is always needed, and like can be bad, but it's mainly good to regulate things, or you're gonna have people doing crazy shit.
But it's funny how far they'll regulate. They'll regulate it so they're not buying children and firearms and drugs, but they won't do it to where.
Well, the government took all that money, which I think is billions and billions of dollars right now worth of it, and they're like, yeah, it's just evidence, we're holding on to it. I'm like, oh, are you really just holding on to it? Okay. Just imagine how many dude, I'm not trying to go onto a rant right now.
Have you ever seen what $68 billion look like on paper?
Oh, like stacked up on paper?
No, just like type it into a calculator.
Oh, no, yeah.
And look at that.
Trust me, I've been doing, like, if I invest this much and then it goes up this much.
No, because that's my point. Is I typed that one day. I just kept hearing the word. I kept hearing the word.
Too much.
Because Microsoft bought Activision.
Was it $68 billion?
So I kept hearing this number, and it lasted like 19 or 20 months. They bought it in like June of 2021, and it just ended a couple months ago. But almost 2 years. Over about 2 years exactly that it finally took for them to close on this deal.
Yeah,
and one day I just typed in
690000000,
and I looked at it when I was like, holy shit.
Imagine like a GTA hack.
69, but dude, it like I had to turn my phone sideways, and that's what they purchased to buy literally Activision Blizzard came, ABK.
Yeah.
Blizzard is like, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, and then like
which is still the number one besides Minecraft. But the most sales and profit is WoW.
Yeah.
Remember that video?
The biggest fucking, next to Final Fantasy like 14 and 15, it's like the biggest what's it called?
Like
MMO.
Yeah.
And ESO is this big compared to it, and ESO is huge, right? So, but it's funny that, and they bought, and King owns Candy Crush, and then Call of Duty, and fucking everything. Like, it's Candy nuts. Crush. And what did they do with it when they finally got it?
Netflix.
He gave all of the Call of Duty potentially coming, it can still come to Game Pass, but all of the streaming rights If you ever wanted to, I don't know what that meant, but like for some reason you won't be able to. I don't know what the whole point was, but they gave like a bunch of the Call of Duty asset away. They just gave it to Ubisoft. Like you deal with this part of it just because they're like in bed with Ubisoft. And I'm sitting there thinking like you spent how much money and you gave one of your biggest multiplayer games next, like obviously World of Warcraft
just
is
bail
bigger.
on it.
And I'm like, what'd you buy it for, dude? But then I think they're bigger pot. Everybody sucks the dick of COD. Like that's what they bought it for. I really think what they did it for, and I've heard rumors about it, is that they're trying to bring World of Warcraft to console for the first time ever in 20 years. Ever. Yeah. It's only on PC. They're trying to bring it to Xbox Series X and S, potentially PS5 under Microsoft's new ownership, and to make more like double. You know, they're on one platform. If you could put it on Sony and Microsoft, you can get so many more fucking players.
Oh yeah,
and they could make their. That's how you make your 69 billion back easily. It's just crazy to think about.
Well, they're looking at it's never going away.
It's the biggest acquisition in history.
I mean, Elon bought Twitter for 40 billion.
Yeah, like this, like it went down and it went down. I didn't know that. I was like, I just wasn't thinking, and it was like this is the biggest investment acquisition in entertainment history. That's even like other studios buying movie studios. No one has made this big of it in games or movies or anything, television.
Yes, and then I'm not going to be that person, but there are people. Maybe people listening to this that are like, what if they gave everyone $1 million in the world? What are they buying that for 69 billion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that hate Elon Musk because if he gave everyone $1 million, I was like, do you want the fucking person you hate most with $1 million?
Wait,
how many
people are on Earth? 7, 8 billion?
8 billion around. Yeah.
Divide that by 69 billion?
Mm-hmm.
Not that much money per person.
Yeah, 69 billion divided by 8 billion.
Yeah, I don't have my phone's recording.
I mean, everyone. Yeah,
that math.
What
would there's no. Believe it or not, I'm gonna stop you right there. There's no calculator on an iPad.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Steve Jobs in 2007, when the iPhone came out, he did not want a calculator on iPad.
Why?
He did, but the developer, he said the last thing we need is a calculator. This is a real thing. You can watch it. It's literally somebody made a documentary about it.
Going to calculator.com.
Yeah. Some lead developer, Steve Jobs, was like, I think, don't quote me, he was like, last app we need is a built-in calculator on our iPad. And the developer that was making it for him, he's like, we got to get this thing going. This first operating system is about to launch. And he didn't like it, so he just didn't ever put one on there. And to this day, they stayed true to it. There's no built-in calculator app.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Is it, how many zeros are in a bit? So 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 would be 900 million. One more zero? Holy fuck, dude.
That's 69 million?
Divided by, this calculator is weird. 8, 0, 0, 0. 80,000. 800,000. Wait, it's 8 million. 80 million. 800 million. 8 billion. Is $86.25.
Yeah, I can buy the new fucking. I can't even buy a Pro controller for my Xbox. So tell me, Elon giving us each for like $69 billion of the Activision Blizzard. And you know what's funny, Caleb? It wasn't a loan. Came out later in court documents. They paid cash. How? Not cash, but
like
wired.
Transfer?
But it wasn't. None of it needed to be borrowed.
You,
and that's just Xbox. That's not Microsoft Windows. That's not like their software things and their other hardware that they they don't make hardware. The only Microsoft hardware is the Xbox. They only make Windows. So just the Xbox portion of Microsoft paid cash for a fucking 69 billion. That's wild, bro. That's
dude,
wild.
Have you ever seen a diagram of like I think it was like how much debt we owed, and it was here's a stack, here's a car, and then here's a stack of $1 million,
Mm-hmm.
10 million, and then it like actual, if you had that physical money, it is like taller than Mount Everest. Like if you stack the money, it's paper thin. Holy fuck. Oh my gosh. But crypto's pretty cool if you, I don't know, there's someone's been looking into it for years. Looking into it. I'm obsessed with it. Holy shit, I cut out.
Obsessed.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
What else did we want to touch on today?
Digital rights.
I mean, yeah, I kind of just lightly touched on that. I just like going to pick my shit up. I get made fun of for it too. When Diablo 4 came out, everybody was already home. They already pre-installed it. They were all ready. They got off work. They went home. By the time I got home, it was like 4:15, and I got on the PlayStation party chat, and it was Darren and Isaac, and they're all like, "All right, man, you ready to play some Diablo?" I'm like, "No, it's got to install." And they're like, "You didn't install it last night?" And I'm like, "No, I went to the store and picked up my copy," and they just started laughing. They were cracking up. Like, "What are you guys fucking laughing at?" And they were like, "You go to the store to pick up your games?" I'm like, "Yep, I'm pretty old school like that."
I like it. I like the physical copy.
Yeah. So the only reason why you can't, the reason why I wasn't over
it
the
looks
last couple
cool
years,
too.
just like holding my shit. I like smelling it. Like, ask any people, like bookworms, do they like e-readers? Maybe for when they want to get something read to them while they're closing their eyes before bed. Sure. I have digital shit all around me. I don't buy CDs and movies. I watch Netflix and I use Apple Music.
Yeah.
Can't do them all because I'm not rich.
Yeah.
But where I do choose it is gaming.
Just reminded me to cancel some subscriptions.
Yeah.
Remember that the Dickie Dines episode where he was talking about with the would you rather, and he was like, every time you touch a new instrument, you have to lick it or be blind.
No, I don't remember that one.
So he was
they
like,
do so many little weird things.
He's like, oh, dude. He picked the lick one, but he's like, hey, dude, check out this guitar. He's like, I'm sorry. Just licks it. That reminded me because you said you smell it.
Oh, I smell everything.
Yeah, I do too.
Everything. It smells so fucking good.
That's Mike, dude.
I got something for you to smell when we're done.
Okay, cool.
It's really fucking strong too.
Would you want to touch on the Cybertruck? What about it? Or Apple Vision?
Have you seen the fucking thing? You seen the breakdown of it?
Yeah.
No, Marquise something
Johnson
MKBDHD on YouTube.
No.
The dude from New York that does like everything tech. He's like right here next to Linus Tech Tips.
Maybe.
Little black dude.
I probably seen a copied
cool.
video
he does
from
all
him on
things
TikTok.
Android and name any tech and he does it. He tried out the Ford the Lightning. Remember the Lightning from like the 90s? They brought it back, but it's an EV truck. He tested that out before it hit the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's already driving a Cybertruck right now. Pulled it off into some parking lot and did some full review on it. Tesla sent him one, told him to drive it, and then he has to return it in like a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he just got to sit and break it down. Huh. And he doesn't hold back. He'll tell you he was 80% positive and 20% of it was like, I don't know why that's the way it is. But and overall, the whole time, I mean, I'm just like in my bed, this fucking titties out mess, just watching. But this truck, dude, is so fucking. It's so cool.
You like it?
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you were about to go, I fucking hate it.
No, dude, what's the fucking hate, man? You know?
Yeah. I thought you were going to.
I'm not this fucking. Like, yeah, I'm not going to buy one, but people hear EV and they automatically start, like, especially if you work in the industry like I do. I don't know. But I work for people who are we're a part of the automotive industry.
Yeah.
Even being a small little company out of Highland, Michigan, we're still very involved.
Shout out.
With Cummins and fucking GM Proving Grounds, and we delivered.
My last job, I made Tesla parts.
Yeah, and it's fun. Well, yeah, because I bet they love doing that. Yeah. When my owner, the company I work for, hears something cool happening over at fucking Rivian, and he's all, Rrr.
Yeah,
because what we build is automotive emission testing sample units and different filters and different things that help make each year that goes by.
Yeah.
Ford, like literally Ford, Cummins, Dodge, and Chevy. Like when I first started there, they showed me like, oh, see this big ass thing that hooks up to like the Corvette before it came out, and their testing approves cars to go on the line and then go into production because of us, and not just us, many other companies involved. But ours is just the emissions, the fuel stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, that's cool as fuck.
Right.
So when my owner hears like, Elon's doing good, he's like, that fucking. That fucking piece of shit. And I'm just like, okay, I think they're pretty cool. And he's like, you really want to, I need break. He'll go into why
my God.
And it's just like, dude, it's okay. It's the same thing every time. And I don't even want to get into it, but it's like every EV hater just goes straight to our power grid can't handle it. I'm like, you're right. I'm wrong. Let's get lunch. Like, yeah, you're right. Power grid's fucked because they're right. But like, I don't even want to get into it.
Did you know, I forget how many, it was a very, very, I think, God, dude, I forgot. It was a very small amount. If you had the property, lay out a bunch of, I think it was, solar panels. I want to say it was like just the size of Texas. Not even, I forget the size. It was a very small amount. Could power the entire United States. Everything that we have right now could just be powered off of. They'd have to set it all up, and that'd probably cost a lot to run all that and take everything down, blah, blah, blah. But that solar power would be able to be more than enough to power everything we have right now, the entire United States. I think I want to say the size of I want to say it was a very small square footage. I don't know. I forget what it was, but it was like, yeah. But so what are you talking about? Like, our grid couldn't handle it.
Well, like, also, people act like, you could be like, if you run out of gas, man, you can have a jerry can. You can fill up some gas. What happens if you die? You have to get your car towed 100% of the time. They can't just bring you a portable charger. They're going to tow your car to a charger. And I'm like, don't you charge your phone every night? Well, yeah. When I go, I drive 40 miles a day.
Yeah.
And EVs last between what? Just like a regular car, 375 to 450.
Yeah,
miles.
it's like around 300
you just plug it in
miles.
right when you get home? There you go. Go
and
to bed.
The fast chargers are like ridiculous.
You won't even need fast charging because it'll probably be at like fucking 91 when you get home.
Yeah.
No, 10% of 400. If I drive 40 miles a day, it'd be literally be at 90.
There was a cool thing that Elon explained once was same way, how you let your battery completely die before you charge it? It's because of the electrons inside of it.
Yeah.
He said, imagine like it being a parking lot and you're trying to find parking. If the parking lot's empty, it's so much easier to just pull in, park, find a parking spot. But if it's full, so if your battery's completely dead, cars can line up and park really quickly. But if there's a filled parking lot, then you got to go up and down aisles, look for an empty spot to park in. And that's the same way a battery charges.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, right? So when you're charging something, they're trying to find a spot to fill. So if it's completely empty, there's all that space. So that's why you charge something from completely dead or near dead, because you don't want it to be completely dead. And then it will charge significantly faster than charging something at 80% to full. It takes longer.
Elon said this?
Yeah.
I've always been under the assumption lithium batteries, you want to train it in a way that you should let it die 1 or 2 times like a phone and then never let it ever die again.
Not completely.
Every time your phone dies, you lose battery health.
Yeah, that's probably, I don't. But he was just saying, like, because people will be like your phone's at 80%.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh, got to charge it full. But it takes longer for that because it's looking for that empty space to fill rather than it being at 10% to 100. It would be quicker to charge than 80 to 100 because there's the real state is not available. You know what I mean?
The difference between going from 10 to 100, you got to pass that 80 marker anyway.
Yeah, but it's quicker because that's what I was
also it's on a software level too, so you can actually have your phone.
Right, but there's apparently the science behind it.
Yeah.
So it's like everything's moving, vibrating at a frequency. It was just saying, like, if you go to the mall and say it's fucking Monday at 2 p.m., you can easily find a parking spot and park. That's what you're doing when you're charging a battery. You're just trying to find a parking spot for that electron.
Yeah, so you're less bottlenecked.
So, but if you go on a Saturday or Black Friday, it's going to take you so much longer to find that empty parking spot. That's how you compare.
I'm picturing your reference. I get what you're saying. I just don't see how it makes sense. But I don't know batteries.
The battery technology is weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's
all I know is that I've looked up videos of people who were like, "Yo, trading your gas bill for this electric bill, and it's cheaper." Spend like this dude's like, I spend like $300 a month in gas, and ever since I got like a electric truck, plug it in every night, and it charges from 10% I used for the day back up to 100, and it stops. It idles. It literally shuts off. Wattage. Doesn't supply voltage to charge.
Right. When
it hits 100, then when he gets in his car and he drives for the day, and then at the end of the month, it's like at 10% times 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that much.
Same like
to charge a vehicle. What the fuck?
You ever notice that, like, at my old place during the summer, everything's electric except for my stove, basically. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have the heat on, obviously, it was the summertime. But if I cook, I'd not say I don't use the stove for that entire month. Maybe a couple times, and my bill went up to 30. But one time I didn't use it at all. I was either eating out or just making quick meals because we were on a budget, and it still went up to $14. Like, but if I used it one time, it would spike.
Talking about your oven?
Just anything gas, oven or the stovetop. The price would spike as soon as I use it, regardless. But if I used it once or twice in a whole month, I'm like, how do I owe $50 in gas right now for using it a couple times? I forget
yours is separate. Mine's always together, so I don't think of it that way. Especially now I have an electric stovetop for the first time ever in my life. Yeah, always had open flame.
Well, I was saying, I had the AC running all the time, computers, TVs, everything, lights, and it was like cheap. If I used I guess it costs more for gas than electricity. I get it, but yeah, that's the point, right? That's why, yeah.
It's kind of silly. It's a different kind of gas, but I see what you mean. Like the way that it burns versus just like
right. Just any natural gas.
Yeah, versus like a current at a consistent, rate.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I just made eggs and it cost me $30.
Hey, jeez,
what the hell?
That don't make no damn sense.
What?
Yeah, dude.
How about is it what time? What are we at?
We're at 52, 53.
Are you gonna get an Apple? Aren't they at like $3,000?
No, they're not for games. They're for productivity.
Apple Vision.
Yeah, they're for productivity. So like,
what do you think about the compared to the new Quest?
I mean, again, it's for productivity, so it's like it's meant for like it's kind of nuts.
AR.
So it's literally AR, but it also does VR. But it's like 90% AR, where it's like you can just like cooking in your kitchen, and then you can follow a recipe, and then like kind of like that with like tracking. Like you can set something just over there, so you can see pass through. Then when you look over there, there's just this fucking TV.
Right.
Like
seen someone working on their engine, and they had a tutorial video just right next to it.
Right, exactly. And there's like there's depth perception of your hand. You can pinch to zoom all like on this digital screen that's not even there because this can track. Like it's fucked.
It's like Tom Cruise in Minority Report. I think we've talked about Minority Report before.
Yeah.
But he has the fucking. He's like, a detective, and he's like. Screens.
It's exactly like that. It's kind of wild. When I saw it, I was like, oh my God. I think it starts at $34.99. So
yeah,
I'm like, I don't know.
It's very expensive.
I don't know who this is for, which people always say, like, who's this for? Nobody asked for this. That's not the point. It's invent and then, or no, it's like, however, the fucking process. It's like, idea.
It's there.
It's a thought, an idea, an attempt, and then it's an invention, and then it's a creation, right? Or whatever that.
Yeah.
Evolvation. But until it becomes a thing, and it may not be, not everything has to be asked for. They're like, we didn't ask for this. This game's being remade. We didn't ask for this.
Right.
It was we.
It's what they wanted to do.
We.
Like, we didn't ask for Lyrical after podcast.
You're not exactly.
Don't watch it.
You're not the fucking target audience.
Yeah.
Like, what's this fucking thing? It's not for you. Move on. It might be for somebody who hasn't played it. They've remade it 3 times though.
Yeah.
Who cares? Don't buy it.
Yeah.
Well, they should be. I hate should with art and music and games and
like movies. You do it.
They should have. If you're gonna keep throwing that should word around, why don't you go fucking do it? And they're like, that's not the point. It's a stupid argument. I'm like, It's not an argument. It's a fact. Telling somebody they should have done something to pertain to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want that thing, go make it.
Yeah.
If I listen to a breakdown, I would have went to a 1 there. They should have won. Don't. Turn the song off.
Well, then that's opinionated because there's a that's funny with music because I like this song. Oh, but that one part, I was like, oh, but then you're trying to like.
You could say I would have done this. And be like, oh, word, that would be cool. But should.
That's what their artists.
You're trying to correct them. You're saying that's wrong. I think that's stupid. So yeah, when the Apple Vision came out, everybody was like, who's this for? This is stupid. Nobody asked for this. I'm like, it's not the point. It's like an advertisement. It's supposed to catch you off guard. You're supposed to be like, oh, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
How could I use this into my life?
Well, because
it's not for me.
Yeah. Like people basically did ask for it because where's the evolution in VR? Where's the evolution in VR? Here's the evolution. Like so far, a lot of people have subconsciously asked for it, which The actual VR is like when I still want a Valve Index.
Valve Index.
That shit is so good.
Wild.
The main reason is just because of the clarity. When I went from like OG Oculus, I mean, it was mind blowing. I never knew anything like that was possible. Anything VR. Those were my
like
first VR.
the original Rift from 2016 that Bill has the first time I've ever played.
I have the Rift S going from the. I never owned an Oculus, but I played it multiple times.
You get a Quest 2?
I got a Rift S. But just the pixels it's clearer. And it's not like realistic. But dude, you get so lost when you put it on and you're like, dude, I literally like get lost in a world. I forget that I'm actually, I mean, of course I'm in a chair or standing or something. It doesn't, but like my mind tricks myself that I'm into that virtual world sometimes.
I've got it was
just
like crazy now.
The gap between the OG Oculus, which blew my mind when I first, even though it was like really pixelated and crappy. Right. I was like, what? Because everything's like, and then even though it's not a realistic looking world, it makes you think you're in there because it's interactive. And that's like, yeah. And then
it
go
blew
into
my
that
mind at first, and now I think we're getting past the infancy of it.
Yeah.
For anybody, I say we like as technology, but anybody who strapped one
if
on
no
and
one
played
wanted it, then it wouldn't be there.
Right.
Technically.
I personally don't think it'll ever become the forefront of gaming, but it'll always be a secondary option that can always get better.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get wild, but it won't. I don't think it'll ever surpass or want to be somebody's main way of gaming.
Dude, have you seen the interview with Lex Friedman and Mark on the new technology they're working on? Holy shit! Oh, I gotta show you this really quick, just because I'll just show you a little quick clip. So he did an interview with Zuckerberg in the metaverse. Because they went from like that goofy, everyone was pumped on the metaverse, and then they came out with like that goofy Wii looking fucking shit. Yeah. They're like, what is this? And they're like, oh, okay. We understand now. And this is what they're fucking working towards, and it's ridiculous. It's, dude. Here's a fucking.
You ever heard of Second Life?
Half-Life?
Second Life. Like 2001. It was a game just like The Sims, but it was just you creating a character and like a Second Life. But so PlayStation,
Maybe.
You ever heard of Second Life? It was in the office.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it the PlayStation Network's fucking...
That's what I was going to bring up, though. It was like PlayStation Home.
Dude, I remember my dad had that PS3, and I was like, what is that? And it was like the first metaverse on PlayStation.
Yeah,
and then it went away.
That was PlayStation Home's version of them doing a Second Life.
Oh.
I think they credited Second Life in like their inspiration to do that. There's been rumors that they're going to bring Home back to PlayStation 5, but for VR too.
That would be sick, because when I first saw that, I was like,
a metaverse thing.
Because it looked really good graphics, and you're like, what? I faintly remember it. It went away pretty quickly, didn't it?
Yeah, it only lasted like 2 years.
Here's a quick clip, just because I want to show you this technology. They are just using they're not using a new VR headset, but the technology they're working towards.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just share that to that as well?
No.
I don't know what you're seeing. That's animated. That's all them in the metaverse.
I'm already impressed that they found headphones to go over these bands.
That's actually all simulated. And remember the break? Have you seen the breakthrough with Unreal with the polygons?
Oh yeah, I watched remember we were watching that video?
Yeah.
We were watching the live stream the other night at the Game Awards and that
Do you
OD
see
game.
how fucking realistic that looks? And they're just in a black room with like a light. They just emulated not even a skybox, just a light source. And that's all of the new technology. Are they breaking it down right now?
That's wild, no. Or kinda, yeah, a minute ago. Polygon count looks really smooth.
And they're trying to make it so right now, in order to do that, like do the smallest little facial movements and stuff. Right now you have to do a body scan, but they're working on the technology to public. So you'll just do a quick one with your phone, like Face ID, scan your face, and then you can load into the world. And then pairing it with the new headsets that they come out with, which will be...
This is going to be crazy for dating apps.
Yeah, it's like, it literally would look just like this. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. Besides, like, there's that energy. But is that not ridiculous?
That is wild, actually.
And he does this whole interview in there. It's really cool. It was really interesting. It was like
this episode's been very
heck
serious. It's very serious.
Yeah.
Anyone who likes to laugh, we apologize, but this is shit we think of day by day.
Yeah.
Shit that runs through my brain. This is shit that'll distract me because I'm worried about certain things or interested or because I care about certain shit.
No, it's I mean, yeah.
Interesting.
I'll end it on this funny thing. So I've told you about my workplace a couple times. So very small shop. And then there's the door. It's a very long building, because there's a bunch of businesses next to each other. I go in through the side door. On this side is like a little, like a weld room, and then right here is a hallway, and then 2 offices, and then the kitchen, and then the owner's office is on the right. The door's open. I remember it was like a month of me working there, and there's an older guy there, which is the owner's uncle. Both of his uncles, so his uncle Bill and then his uncle Tommy, and Tommy is kind of like very like, I'm gonna make my own bullets in case the government bans ammunition, like they tried.
Okay,
Like,
that's a fun guy.
That type of guy. Kind of like, anyways, so he was always, I thought he like was employed there, but I guess he just helps out, and I found out why. I'm like, this guy's he shows up in like,
wearing an ankle bracelet or something.
he's wearing basketball shorts and his slippers, but he has his heels are sticking out, and he just crushes the back end of the slipper down. You know, people just throw them on. They don't put their foot you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's like when you're fucking,
when you gotta run outside.
That's like when your long sleeves roll up while you're wearing a long sleeve jacket.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst.
Like, this guy is so goofy, and he is a goofy dude. And then I'm like, what's going on here? Because when he was there, it was like 6 a.m. I just get there, and this guy's like fucking drinking a little bit, and he comes up and he's like, what's going on? And he starts shaking me and being really touchy. He's like, I made breakfast. And I was like, what? I found out he lives there in the back room. Because I peeked into my boss's office, and I looked. There's another room in the back of his office, and the door was cracked. I see a lava lamp and fucking decorations. I'm like, what's going on? Dude, he lives at work.
Fuck off.
So he helps out just a little bit sometimes.
Just an indentured servant, I guess.
Dude, this guy
is live here, but you work for free.
He gave me today. He came up to me and he's like, "You like?" He asked me. He's like, "Here." He gave me a wrench and a mason jar, which was filled with pickled something, some collard green that was pickled. He made it from scratch, but the lid was sealed on there because what he does is take the mason jar, you put it in the boiling water, put your shit in it, and then put the lid on it, and the heat will like
pressurize it.
Yeah, and seal it. But it was on there so tight, so he had me with the fucking wrench. Then Ian tried, and he shattered the mason jar in his hand. But he went back and into his room, and he came back out with 2 more jars. He gave me some homemade salsa he made, and then he gave me some homemade relish.
Are you gonna eat it?
Oh, I tried it. It was actually really good. The breakfast he made that
just
one morning.
Backroom lava lamp guy just sounds like I wouldn't eat anything.
Dude, I know. No, I was sketched out because that morning he made us breakfast. It was so he has a half pan, which is like you'll find at a buffet. Like in the buffet, they have half pans and full pans.
Did you find this out recently? Because I remember you Snapchatted me and told you like somebody made you breakfast before.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Is that when you found out, or was it just the past time you texted?
It was around that time.
Okay.
And he made us scrambled eggs in the oven.
In the pan, so it comes out square.
Yeah, in a half pan.
Yeah, those are good.
That's at like a buffet in those.
Yeah, and then they take the knife and
he baked scrambled eggs. And he made us sausage, which I thought was like a little sausage disc, but it was just ground beef that I'm pretty sure was expired. And he pattied them out like hamburger meat. It was so bad, dude. And
it didn't taste good?
No, not at all.
Oh, I thought you were hyping it up.
No.
Damn, bro.
And then he
The eggs were bad too.
oh yeah,
Probably because he didn't season them. But that is how you do.
them.
That's how you're supposed to do. That's how you make them all square. You could season them real good. You can cut them in strips, and you can make like little perfect little squares for your bagel, egg sandwiches.
Oh, but it was
Much
so
like a fried
it
egg.
was way overcooked. And then
Oh, but you ate it all though.
no, not the meat.
Did you put it?
I was so hungry for that.
Throw it away upside down and push. So
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yeah. The paper
The
plate, I
Midwest.
folded it and then face down.
Yeah.
Then he made tater tots that were rock hard. But anyway, so I found out he lives there, and it's funny because he's I didn't know who the fuck it was. He was like, I'm about wrapping up at work, and this guy, we have the car wash drapes that come down in our little
Yeah, the
in
mitters.
and out. What are those?
Mitters.
So, the clear ones though. You know how we walk through it separates the
Yeah.
washroom from our office.
Just spray back blocker.
Yeah, the blocker, what mud flaps or whatever.
Yeah,
we have
basically.
those in our bay, and I fucking look over, and this guy walks in with it's Santa Claus walks in like looks just like Santa Claus, giant white beard, fucking long white hair, and a red flannel. And I'm like, what the fuck? Apparently that's his brother was there, and I walk out into the near the weld room, and he dragged in a giant inflatable hot tub. Like the circumference of from me to you, like this giant hot tub. He put it back in his bag in the office room. He's like, "Oh man, my back's killing me. I gotta go get in the hot tub." I'm like, he said this all week. I'm like, "Where is the fucking hot tub?" I'm like, "Where do you put the hot tub?" He's like, "Well, I had it on the roof all summer long, but there's a church behind the building, and the nuns would come out and like." But apparently someone ratted on him because he didn't tell the owner. He dragged it up the ladder onto the roof, filled it up there because that's explains why there's a hose dangling off my roof. I was wondering why that was there, and he would just be out on the fucking roof in the hot tub.
How does he know the owner?
It's his nephew. The owner is
the owner's uncle.
Yeah. So and he's just helping him out, but so. Dude. So he's like, yeah, Rob caught him on the roof because someone ratted him out. There's like, hey, there's a fucking old guy in a hot tub on the roof of your workplace.
Yeah, but what does the owner of the company owe his uncle for him to put up with that?
I don't know, but his other uncle who works there fucking owes me a car because he's the one that backed into my fucking vehicle.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah. It was funny though. I'm like, dude, this guy's nuts. Everyone I work with is fucking ridiculous. And I thought, yeah. Then you got Al, who I think is a long-term family friend. The guy so Bill and Al drive together.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy that had his hoodie on with his hood up, his jacket with his hood up, and he had a cigarette in his ear or in his hand that he couldn't find. And then he was walking outside. He was like dazed and confused, and then he reached back to pull his hood up. And then he realized he had his hood up, and he was like, dude, this guy's so silly.
Your whole work,
dude, it's
the
silly.
whole work staff is a little bit fucked up.
It's funny. Like, you like pickled shit?
You
fucking
like
mason
shit
jar
pickled?
of like Boomer Vile from Left 4 Dead.
Oh my god, I'm probably
Like-
gonna be so much louder right here. You can tell. I've been like back here the whole time. Yeah.
What compressions for, baby?
Yeah, dude.
What are we at here?
We're at $1.10.
We're back 10. That's around usually what we do.
That's about a roundabout a
It's a good episode. Good ranty episode, kind of.
little tech for the Jabarbies.
Yeah.
The
Is there
Gare
anything
Bears.
else? Anything else you wanted to mention? Gary hasn't been watching our shit, so fuck you, Gary.
Fuck you, Gary.
We'll still talk about you.
Talk about you all the time. I want to know I love it.
I'm excited for music. I really want to crank down on.
I'm really on a crank, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking...
Even if it's just you and I until we jam, but like, just come up with some ideas and then we can wait on Isaac to do drums and stuff.
Just wait on everyone else.
Yeah. But no, like, I really like, like actually getting excited for it.
I love you too, man.
I love you.
I love you.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, speaking of I love you, I have a coworker who is his nephew when he was a little kid, like maybe 2, 3. He used to do this thing where he would like, you know how you can tell like visually if a kid's like when they're
like he's a little special.
Like, when you can tell when a kid like is shitting their pants. You know how they're like And Grey Poupon like,
no.
apparently he used to go off into like he'd be sitting there and he would go into a room where literally my coworker Johnny could see him, and he'd look at him. He's like, "Don't." And he's like, and he would look right at him, and he this is literally what he'd do. He goes,
His eyebrows go up.
this is what he'd go. Oh, I love you, while pushing. Oh, I love you. He was like 2 or 3. Dude,
I'm sorry.
basically he's like, I love you. My favorite.
My nephew used my sister, Kaden, who lives with me now,
Yeah.
is I think he was like 4 or 5.
Mhm.
My Jordan used to live in Hawaiian Gardens.
Yeah.
My mom walked in and she walked back out. She's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What?" Because her house would get dirty. She's got 3 kids and fucking whatever, people over all the time. But she's always cleaning. My mom walks over to, I think she was gonna pick him up or something. And she went into his room to pick him up, and he's just shitting on the floor, like naked. He had to go, but he couldn't go to the bathroom, so he just pulled his pants out and shit on the floor.
Oh,
It's like, "I'm sorry." Like looking at, "I'm sorry.
I love you.
I love you."
Well, that's episode 7, dude.
Dude, fuck yeah, guys. If you're liking it, if there's 30 people watching this, give it a thumbs up, please.
And below what you think of DRM laws and fucking Cybertruck tech.
We're going to find our audience real quick.
And we're going to find it real fast.
Like, did you? What? Okay. We're going to find it real quick. If you like this tech talk and stuff, we can get really into any subject, really.
Yeah, dude.
It's a good thing about you and I that we're kind of deep thinkers when it comes to stuff.
And well-rounded. Do our research.
Yeah, especially.
And if we're wrong, definitely comment.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
correct me, because I want to know the right shit when I'm saying it.
Most of the stuff I do talk about, I'm just reiterating what I've heard from.
Yeah, it's just, this is secondhand knowledge.
Yeah, so I just, yeah. But I like reiterating. I try. There's so much. I pack my mind with so much shit. Stuff gets mixed
I pack
up.
every day. It's in my name.
But if you guys do like, if there's few people, make sure to hit that like button. And share if you want. Share if you're like, "Hey, dude, these guys are pretty cool."
Guys talk too much.
Subscribe.
That's the point.
Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. We have an episode every Friday. And it's almost Christmas time, so get that fucking shit ready, baby. You're gonna be pulling the
safe.
trigger.
Don't shop last minute, bro. You're gonna get fucking you're gonna get out of stock shit, which means you won't get it.
Oh, to Nicole, remember we were just talking about Nicole's gonna buy those VIP day secret tickets for her and
sold
Savannah.
out.
Yeah, they were sold out.
That's pretty fucked
Scalpers
up.
too,
Polaris
probably. Yeah.
That's how I say it anyway. So everybody else is like, it's Polaris. Polaris.
So Nicole calls it Polaris.
Just say Polaris, because that's like how you'd pronounce the snowmobile company. Because I'm from the Midwest. All right.
Great things come out of the Midwest. Thank you, Michigan Metal.
Cue that outro.